Building an agency is one big video game, and chances are, if you're watching this, you need help beating the game. Well, to be honest with you, the truth is there are cheat codes that the top 1% of agency owners are using to beat certain levels. You see, we've scaled agencies from $50,000 to over $100,000 per month by breaking through plateaus that trap most agency owners. Hitting $50,000 a month is great, but scaling beyond that requires a completely different playbook. In this video, I'll show you how to break through the $50,000 a month plateau by fixing these 3 key bottlenecks: your systems, team, and lead generation. These are the exact strategies that I've used to help agencies double their revenue while working smarter, not harder. First, I'll show you how to build systems at scale. Then we'll talk about building a team you can trust to handle the day-to-day. Finally, we'll cover how to create a predictable lead gen machine to keep your pipeline full. So the first thing that I really want to hit on is the importance of your offer and really productizing your offer. When you get to that $50,000 per month mark, likely you are still doing a lot of things yourself. Maybe what's gotten you to $50,000 per month is saying, yes to a lot of things, being able to take on whatever is out there because you want the revenue, you want to be able to do business with a lot of people. And oftentimes the offer can be full service or a lot of different types of services, essentially. And the problem with this is that you're trying to scale the unscalable, and your offer is not productized, it's not delegatable, it's not repeatable. So you're really going to stay in the trap of the $50,000 per month mark while being overwhelmed. So when it comes to offer, it's fairly simple. And this is what we do a lot with people. Likely what got you to $50,000 a month is you have a really good skill set. We need to hone in on your skill set. We need to really get more granular, more clear on your offer, more clear on your skill sets so that we can leverage those skill sets and turn your skill sets into something that's more productized. We want to define the who, the pain, the outcome. You likely already have this because you've been successful. Clients trust you. They're willing to give you money to work with you. But to take this even further, we want to be able to define all of these and firm these up. Who is it that your ideal customer is? What's the 80% of your revenue coming from? What are the pain points that your customers are struggling with? What are the financial pain points that are causing your customers to want to work with you and to solve them? We want to be really, really specific with our pain points, because the more pinpointed we can get on our customers, the more marketable that we become, and it becomes a lot easier to get customers. Then the outcome. What are the financial outcomes that our offer can provide? I would really, really encourage you to figure out, how do I position myself to make sure that what we're doing is actually getting our customers more money? Because what got you to $50,000 a month, again, is probably your skill set. It's probably having a good network, probably getting some really solid referrals. But what's going to get you to that $100,000 per month mark is having a $100,000 per month offer that clearly provides a outcome that cold customers are willing to pay for. Because when we get to that $100,000 per month mark, you're probably going to work with people who don't know you, who don't trust you, who are going to rely solely on your marketing to get them into the door. So if we have a really strong definition of who it is that we're working with, the pains that they have, and the outcomes that they want, it becomes really easy to market our offer and have a strong marketing message to draw in our ideal customers and get them from where they are to where they want to go. You already have a skill set, likely, if you've been able to hit $50,000 per month. What we just need to do is we need to reposition this. The next thing that we really need to define is, what are these steps to desired outcome? Oftentimes when clients are scaling and they get to that plateau point, this isn't well defined because they've taken anybody with a pulse. Likely at that $50,000 per month mark, you're working with people that you've said yes to because you don't want to lose out on the business. This is a great time to transition from being a yes man to really defining, what are these steps that are going to get my clients from where they are to where they want to go. And with these steps, we want to be able to define these. Okay, so let's just say this is onboarding, create, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. We want to define, what are these steps that we're doing inside of our agency? Likely you already have this. If not, then what else can we add to make the likelihood of my clients getting to the outcome that I've defined? That becomes the step to desired outcome. We need to be really, really freaking dialed in on this, because this is what's going to make your offer scalable and repeatable, is having a really strong steps to desired outcome. Once we have our steps dialed in, all we really need to do, we need to think, who can I put into place here? Who can I put into place here? Who can I put into place here? Who can I delegate each step to? And then our job becomes way easy, because all we have to do is just SOP this out. If we nail this, we have a productized, delegatable, repeatable, profitable offer that will get people from cold to sold, get them from their pain to their outcome, be super marketable, and be able to scale with us to that $100,000 per month mark. The next thing that we want to focus in on and dial is our systems. What got you to that $50,000 per month mark is you developing your systems as you go. You're probably reacting. The problem with this constant reactionary type of system is that it becomes really challenging to plug a team in, and it becomes really challenging from like a fulfillment perspective if you're just constantly needing to build as you build and you don't have everything really inked and set in stone. Like I see systems almost as like the foundation of being able to scale to that $100,000 per month mark, because the reality is that systems run the business. If you think about the successful businesses out there, I like to use the example of McDonald's, for example. McDonald's, their CEO isn't flipping burgers. They've developed a system that they've taught people to work. That means if we want to be CEOs, if we want to scale to $100,000 per month, we need to have the foundation to scale to $100,000 per month, which is going to be systems. Because to scale to $100,000 per month, you're going to need people to work the systems. This becomes really easy because we already defined our offer and we already defined the steps to desired outcomes. So all we really need to do is we need to systematize this part of our business. And when I'm saying systematize, we need to have a onboarding system. We need to have a project management system. We need to have, a fulfillment system. That way, when we work on fulfilling our offer, we have a system that we can plug somebody in. And if they follow the system, then they will be set up for success and they will follow it the way that you've done. We build out an agency operating system. So for the agency operating system, this handles everything. I pull up my agency operating system. What I'll be able to see is the foundation of pretty much scaling. We have everything from our client directory. So if I open this up, when I plug somebody in here, here's all their marketing assets. Here's the contract. Here's content approval, contact info. Here's all the projects we're working on. Fulfillment. Here's the fulfillment funnel. Here's everything that we're working on. Here's all the tasks that we have associated with all of our pieces of business. We have SOPs. So that way we're pointing people to trainings. We're not pointing people to ask me a question or not relying on them to come up with their own answers and probably not do it correctly. From a systems perspective, what we want to make sure is that we have an operating system in place for every single step, every single person on our team that we can always point back to. We want to make sure the agency operating system is pretty much our Bible of scaling. This leads me to the next point, which is going to be team and hiring. If we have our steps to desired outcome, we know exactly what the fulfillment process is. All we need to do is we need to figure out what are the systems that I can do to equip each person with every step of the way. Do I have this systematized out? Do I have SOPs? Do I have trainings? Now what we need to do is we need to plug the team in to work the system that we created. It should be pretty obvious based off of the tasks that are in the steps to desired outcome, what that person should be doing and the role that you can create for them. Now what we want to make sure is we're setting these people up for success. What does that look like? First thing is we want to have a really clear job description. This is going to be extremely boring work, but this is going to be the work that's going to get you to that $100,000 plus per month mark if you're able to execute this flawlessly. One of my mentors always told me that any frustration is an unmet expectation. When I hired people, the reason that they sucked wasn't because they didn't have the skill set for it. It wasn't because they didn't have the character for the role. It was because I did a bad job of setting expectations with them. I did a bad job of actually setting them up for success. So our mindset when it comes to building a team is, how can I as the leader do everything in my power to set this person up for success so they absolutely crush in this role? So when it comes to job description, what we have is we have the role, responsibility, and smart expectations. So role, like let's just say we're hiring a client success manager. Role number one could be like project management. Another role could be client communication. Another role could be executive assistant work, whatever it could be. Responsibilities, we want to then list out that pertains to role. And then smart expectations. So specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. So that means we need to figure out what are the expectations of that specific role. So for like project management, for example, PM board updated by EOD, whatever it could be. So now we need to have the infrastructure for this person to succeed. But the infrastructure means systems. So how we do it inside of our operating system is we have a board for each person. So we have like a client success board. We could say, here's all of the clients we're serving. Here's all the tasks. Here's everything that you need to monitor. We're setting you up for success inside of the system. So you need to make sure you have the infrastructure for that person to succeed. You can't just throw them in the deep end and hopefully that they'll come up and learn how to swim. No, we need to give them the tools in order to succeed, in order to be set up. So after I have the job description, what we like to do is we like to have a daily winning formula. So what this means is, what are the daily tasks that this person just needs to complete every single day? This is literally what's helped me and my team members and really build A players from a virtual team. What are the daily tasks to complete / be aware of? We have a task management system, and inside of that task management system, we have the daily winning formula populate every single day for them. And this sets up the person for success. Let's just say this is like client success, so that they don't have to guess what they need to be doing every day. So how that looks for us as having this in our business is, we go to our operating system, we have a task management system, and every single day we repeat a task that is like a daily winning formula. So let's just say CSM daily winning formula. If I edit this, what I'll be able to see is I'll be able to see all of the tasks that are associated with client success. And in addition, I have like SOPs that you can add. This is just an example. This is the operating system that we build out for agencies inside of Agency U, but this is what you can see. New clients onboarded within 20 minutes. All new clients have onboarding calls scheduled. Invoice paid within 24 hours. 2 times a week check-in with clients. So this is basically their KPIs, their expectations into a daily task. So this is the foundation of building your dream team. If we have the job description, the infrastructure, and the daily winning formula, then it becomes really easy to find talent, because we have everything dialed in. And not only can we find talent, but we have the systems in place to build them up into A players. So when it comes to finding talent, we run what's called a talent acquisition funnel. So we treat hiring just like we would treat marketing. We're marketing a specific job, and we're trying to get as many candidates as possible that meet the bill. And we're gonna vet through those candidates and find the A player that we feel like could be a really good person on our team. So what we do is we start with a job posting. So what I'll do is I'll basically go to my job description, I'll ask ChatGPT, rewrite this and make it marketable and make it speak the language based off of our culture of blank, 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 blank. Once we have the job posting, what we're going to do is we're going to create an intake form. We want to just ask 10 questions about them, about their experience in this, why they're excited about this, all that sort of stuff. And then what we're going to do is we're going to post the job. And at the bottom of the post, we're going to drive traffic to the intake form. So now we get to ask the questions that likely you'd ask on a first interview, and they just can fill it out. And now, as you go through the intake form, you request a Loom video. And the Loom video is basically to judge them on their character. Do they seem like they're a good fit? You can really sniff that out in a Loom video pretty simply. So, and then that's when you interview and make the decision if you want to hire them. And then of course, you have a really good onboarding system to onboard the candidate to make sure that they crush in the role that you've built for them. And then once we have all this stuff, we can plug it into our operating system. Now you have a hiring system with your interviews, with your job posting, with your daily winning formulas, with your role blueprints, all that sort of stuff. And you have an onboarding system with everything that needs to be done as it pertains to onboarding each team member that you bring on. Building your team takes a lot of work, but if we do it right, you will be set up for success. Last thing I want to talk about is lead gen. So when we were hitting our first $50,000 per month, like a lot of our leads came from word of mouth and referral. The problem with this was those dry up, because when you want to scale to $100,000 per month and beyond, you're likely going to work with people who have no idea who you are, and you're going to need to convert the cold to solds. And the good thing about this is we already worked on our offer. We have our offer really positioned and dialed in. So that's like number one thing, is we want to make sure our positioning, our offer is getting our clients from a pain to the outcome, financially driven. Now what we need to do is we need a predictable way to get new clients and get them from cold to sold. There's really like 3 different ways that we can do this. One is Sphere and like database. Next is inbound, which is like ads. And then lastly is outbound, which is like cold email, cold LinkedIn, all that good stuff. What I'm going to teach you guys on is inbound, which is going to be ads. The thing I like about ads is that it's fairly scalable. And as an agency, if you're building your brand and you couple this with ads, this is a really predictable way to get new business, especially if you're really good at what you do and you've hit that $50,000 per month mark. Likely you have a lot of people that you've worked with and a lot of leverage that you just need to market. Like the reason you're not growing isn't because like you're not good at what you do. The reason you're growing is not enough people know about what you do and the outcomes that you can provide to people. And the good thing about ads is we can market what you do and we can get a lot more opportunities from simply doing ads. We have what's called the authority funnel. So basically this is 3 different ads that we are running, and we're getting them to DM us. From the DMs, we're setting an appointment. Nothing has beat this funnel because we're getting them in the DMs. We're able to talk to them. We're not chasing them down. People are spending a lot of time on Instagram, and it's really easy to get a lead, connect with them, follow up with them, have a conversation, humanize it, and build trust with the consumer so that they want to do business with you. Let me break this down. We're going to create 3 ads. We like to just do like a B-roll plus text, a video ad, and a carousel ad. So when we're making these ads, what we're focusing on is really good copy, because copy is what's going to influence the customer to make a decision. If you don't know what copywriting is, basically it's influencing through words. And in this case, it's going to be influencing through potentially a video, words, or text through B-roll, or text through a carousel. So when it comes to copy, call out, pain, offer, proof, call to action. If you're an online coach doing more than $10,000 a month and you're struggling to predictably get new clients through social media, you're struggling to become the go-to coach in your niche, or you're tired of losing clients to competitors who are just more known than you are, our team and I will help you become the go-to coach and predictably be able to get new clients using our Instagram social funnel so that you can no longer have to do cold DMs, endlessly post content with no results, and struggle to get clients every single month, whatever. This is the same thing that we did for John, who went from blank to blank, and Sally, who went from blank to blank, and Joe, who went from blank to blank. So if you're an online coach doing more than $10,000 a month who wants to outcome, then just DM me the word blank to learn more about how we can plug in the same system into your business. And what we're doing, obviously, with the call to action is we're getting DMs. And then we DM, set appointments, we build our brand so they trust us, which leads to money. Typically, we're seeing like anywhere from $20 to $30 per lead, and then a lead to booking of around, let's just call it 20% as a KPI. So if we spent $1,000, let's just say if it's $20 per lead, that would be around 50 leads, and then lead to booking. So 20% of 50 would be 10 calls at a 30% close rate. That would be 3 deals. So you guys need to come up with a formula like this with a simple structure like this and the authority funnel that can create this for you. So then you know, if I want to spend $2,000 this month, then I'm gonna get 6 deals. If I wanna spend $3,000, I'm gonna get 9 deals. So by having a predictable way to get new clients and refining this and dialing this in, it's going to make your life so much easier, and the ability to scale to that $100,000 per month mark, really just an equation. And then you just refine it and make it even better. And of course, we have a system for it inside of the operating system where we can see how everything is performing. So with the authority funnel, we can see our ad spend month over month. We can see how many leads we got month over month. We can see how many new clients we got month over month, strictly from our lead gen process. And I know I hit on the agency operating system a little bit inside of this video, but if you want a full training on how the agency operating system works so that you can finally scale to the $100,000 per month mark with systems in place, then go ahead and click the video on the screen. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.